What is up, diecast collectors? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, and welcome everybody to another NASCAR diecast review that I got from the E2 apparel haulers at Homestead Miami Speedway. And you can probably pick this up also on Circle B Diecast with the promo code OBBYT in the metal chassis version. And this is a very special diecast I'm about to show you because, as you can see a little preview right there in the top left corner, I'm just waiting for the anticipation of reviewing this car because it is on a popular paint scheme that everyone pretty much well known if you grew up in the 2000s era in NASCAR, and it's driven by only not two drivers, but also, I mean, heck, this car is pretty iconic in many different ways. We had ourselves Awesome Bill from Dawsonville, and now Chase from the same place. So this is going to be on Chase Elliott's 2023 Llumar window film Chevrolet Camaro for the NASCAR Cup Series and Henry Motorsports, but this is no ordinary Llumar window film car. As you guys can see, this has totally different colors, but more importantly, the number 9 Ray Evernham car has returned in great form in the NASCAR Cup Series. Anybody who is a Bill Elliott or maybe even a Casey Kane fan, your eyes are going to be lighting up in this review. More importantly, if you guys were at this Darlington race, feel free to let me know because we're about to saddle on in and let's go and start the diecast review and the official unboxing of the Chase Elliott 2023 Llumar window film throwback car. And alrighty, guys, we got this very crisp looking diecast out of its box. I mean, shit, this thing is almost as crisp as a freaking Busch Light apple. Am I right, man? But, dude, I cannot believe out of all the sponsors that decided to take over and recreate this iconic paint scheme, it was the one that I have had a lot of issues with up until now. If you guys haven't checked out my 2023 diecast review on the Llumar window film car, I'm sure everybody's Chase Elliott fan probably knows that car because that's the car that he raced at Daytona that did not got him into the playoffs. So I know that is traumatizing for you guys, but heck, I am a Truex fan, so speaking of traumatizing, guys, we got ourselves a diecast with working suspension. I guess that's something you can give to your mother. A diecast with a working suspension. So how about that? But anyways, with that weird joke off the side because, you know, it said Happy Mother's Day on the side panel, but I have a weird sense of humor, my friends. Here is the Llumar window film throwback, which does have the updated window banners with the gold Chevrolet logo and the, just the updated interior details that we got, which is nice. I'm glad that these are actually coming into play with the Goodyear Eagle throwback tires, which I believe is from the 90s or 2000s. And you can see also the where the rocker arm is for the jack, that's also painted yellow, so it's much more easier to insert that, giddy, and also with the side splitter as well, so pretty cool. I mean, it is basic, and if you guys want me to review the paint scheme, well, here it is. I will tell you what, it's an all red car with, black outlines and white logos. There, that's it. This has been the diecast review, guys. But I'm so glad that this, first of all, they managed to first of all, it's really cool to see Ray Evernham reunite with Henry Motorsports. I mean, they had good history if you were a Jeff Gordon fan back in his early years. So cool to see Ray Evernham on a Henry Motorsports car. I don't think a lot of people didn't even realize how important that is. But this paint scheme is so much worth. I guess you could say it is worth getting, even though I'm not reviewing a Ryan Blaney car. It's because they kind of brought this car back with Casey Kane in his final full-time year in NASCAR at the All-Star race. It was supposed to represent his 2008 or 2009 race-winning car. But it just didn't look right because they added the 9 and the 5. Here, it's just the 9, which is so perfect. Because you guys know, I don't know, there is another Elliott who drove this, which is not Chase Elliott. It was the guy who was a very popular driver in NASCAR for a few years before Chase Elliott came and Dale Jr. came. Bill Elliott. Yes. Good old awesome Bill. You gotta love him. Funny fact, actually, he was actually at the Homestead race, from what I heard, so pretty cool to see Awesome Bill still, being awesome, so and feel free to comment below if you guys have actually met him, because I've still yet to meet him, but I keep hearing great stories that he is actually, well, he's a lot more friendlier than probably his son. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, Chase Elliott actually had a good run in this car. He finished third. He was the only Hendrick driver besides him and Byron that didn't got into any instances. I mean, can't blame for Larson for that, but, he got into it with Ross Chastain, just racing hard. And I remember Chase Elliott, actually, if you heard one of his radios, he actually called out the Daytona 500 champion, Ricky Styles Jr. So if you guys want some entertainment, check out that Radioactive or Chase Elliott's in-car radio, because he let out a mouthful. I mean, he does not even care that guy won the Daytona 500. He's just like, yep, Stenhouse just still being a quote-unquote freaking idiot. But for such a simple car, man, this is just so worth it. I know the number might look a little more higher up, but I just love how all the logos are placed, and I'm really glad it did this, man. Even the nice detail with Happy Mother's Day, because otherwise it would just not look right. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of how the Llumar, places their logos, but this actually looks really nice. Nothing's crammed, and it looks pretty linear, to say the least. But one thing I really like how Llumar managed to get some sponsorship on the roof rail. So how about that? That's pretty cool. Well, on the the roof flaps. I understand this is the roof. The roof is on fire, Brian. Napa Auto Parts and paint protection film from our good friends at Llumar. And, well, that spoiler definitely does not know how to paint linear. Someone get this bitch a leveler. Look, shit's even leaking to the taillights. But, yeah, I mean, what more can I say about this car? I could probably go ahead and say more, but we should probably do a side-by-side comparison now. And this is a car I hadn't reviewed yet. And as you can see, it is a NASCAR Authentics car, because look at that front headlight piece. Goddamn. But the Jimmy Means throwback, well, not the most appropriate throwback, but as you can see, some nice, fine details. I know some people don't like me doing the side by side, but I am going to be as cautious as I can, because I understand these things are damn delicate. But, yeah, Henry Motorsports, man, they've just knocked it out of the park with these cars, and I'm glad that we are finally able to get some diecasts that actually look freaking good for once. I mean, hell, what can I say? These things do look really nice. I will admit that. Especially this one in particular, man. I could have just waited until this car came out, but I said, screw it, man. This, we're probably going to see it in the NASCAR Authentics way pretty soon. I hope to God it's not in the J mold, because that will ruin it for me. Chase Elliott fans, you guys deserve something better, to say the least. You guys have been kind of, I don't know, hit with a lot of PTC and J mold cars. So, but hopefully this one, they will do its justice, because heck, things are looking better for NASCAR Authentics in terms of the winner circles waves. But we're here, and we are talking about this, I guess you could say, this wannabe Chase or Bill Elliott Casey King car. But hey, if you're a fan of any one of those guys, this is probably an absolute must-get for you. Absolutely, 100% positively, as long as you don't have any, suspension issues like I'm showing you right here. But that is going to wrap it up right here for the diecast review of Chase Elliott's 2023 Llumar window film Dawn to Throwback Chevrolet Camaro for the NASCAR Cup Series and Henry Motorsports. Comment, like, subscribe, and this has been OBB, and I'll see you Apple sons of bitches later. And I don't know. Yeah, see you guys next time.